Hey YouTube, this is kind of like a tutorial for a knife, I guess, that I'll be getting soon. It's called a balisong or a butterfly knife. It's basically a knife that flips around and stuff. This is going to be how to make a case to hold it in and stuff. Now, I do have a version of one, but it's made out of plastic and cardboard and all that. And I don't really want to get that on camera because it looks like a piece of shit. So I'll just get into the tutorial about this now. So what you need is one of these. It was a paper towel roll, but I already cut it to make one of them here. You can add this extra part here for extra length, but I don't have another toilet paper tube, so I'm not. So it's already cut, but it's not small enough yet. It's still a little too big. A Sharpie for drawing a line and for measuring it without the cap. You won't need the cap really. Well, you will towards the end of the tutorial. Some cardboard, tape, and scissors. Now it has to be this kind of tape, or it can be duct tape. It cannot be the clear Scotch tape that you get for $1. It's junk. You don't need the hot glue gun. It's just on my work table. So to get started, you take your paper towel roll, and you take the Sharpie, you take off the cap. You measure it up and try your best with your finger to mark where the end of the tip of the marker is, and try your best to get that about that big. Or you can just measure up 5 inches, because this marker is about 5 inches or whatever. It's good for the crap knife that I have. I mean, it worked with this. Let's see if I can find it. Well, the cardboard came off. Alright. So the knife just fits inside like this. I will kind of show you a trick at the end with the knife. So just to measure up in size. Yeah, that's about right. So then you're going to cut around that. You're going to cut kind of above that line, because it may come out a little bit too small or not. And then you're just gonna trim it up a bit like this. No. And then what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take your tape. You're gonna get a piece of tape off. See if I can find the starting point. About this big. And you're just gonna cut it so it should be about that big. And then you're gonna put it right in the center of it on one of the ends. It doesn't matter which end, because open on all sides. And you're gonna put it on like that. And then you're gonna take another piece about the same size again. Maybe even a little smaller, because these are sides. Cut it. Oh, my phone rang. Sorry. And then you're going to put that on the side, overlapping. Okay. Now this will all be taped up again over each other, as is this one. And then, so it should look like that so far. And then you're going to take another piece, about, again, the same size. And then you're just going to put it on the other side. Like so. Doesn't really matter how long it is, as long as it's not longer than the 5 inches that you have. So after that, you're going to take a piece of cardboard, put the bottom without the tape onto it, and trace the circle. And then you're going to cut that circle out. So now you're going to cut that circle like this, right out of the cardboard. It doesn't have to be a very perfect circle, as long as it's something like this. And then, oh, my phone keeps ringing. I'm sorry about this. And then what you're going to do, you're actually going to cut it just a little bit smaller. So it was this big, and then it'll be a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be a complete circle like I said, because it's going to matter. It only has to be able to cover up a good inch or so. So about that big, I guess. And then what you're going to do, you're going to try your best to just put it in completely straight. What I do, I sometimes bend it and get a little grip with the scissors. And then put it on in, let go, take the Sharpie and move it around a bit. This is why I said you might need this towards the end. So just try and get the piece in there like that. The tape around the edges doesn't matter, because as long as one little piece of cardboard is in there that's slightly big enough, it'll keep the balisong from sticking inside. So then after that, basically you're just going to take a whole bunch of tape and keep taping it all the way around. You're going to be sure not to cover up this side. So I guess I'll just do that on camera, I guess. Okay. Some hot glue strings on it. Try your best to keep it up completely straight so that it doesn't like bend over or anything. It is a little tricky because the tape doesn't go completely straight like you would want it to. So here's the first line here. And then take another piece. You just keep going. You will need about 8 pieces for this part. It doesn't really matter how big they are as long as they fit around the whole tube. Try to keep them relatively straight. It doesn't matter if they have a sharp edge, like how they rip right off like this, kind of. It's a slanted edge. It doesn't really matter because those will get covered up anyways. And if you really want to, just because like there's little stuff sticking out on the side right here, you can just take a piece and just... Ow! Drop the scissors on my foot. Oh well. Just take it. You don't need the cardboard anymore. Put a strip over the top like this. So you're just going to keep taking your tape. Now, I ordered a balisong offline, and it's a champagne glass colored, and it has raised pirate skulls and skeleton eyes with holes in it for lighter weight. It's called, for me, I call it the Sparrow, because it reminds me of Jack Sparrow from Pirates in the Caribbean. So, and it'll be called the Sparrow. I'll have some reviews on it, do some knife tricks for YouTube on it. And I'll show you one with my shit Lego knife over here after I'm done with this. I'm going to learn one new move every week and try my best to learn it and then show you guys on YouTube. So, it'll be called the new series, Nerdvana and the Sparrow. Hashtag 1, 2, whatever number video it is. And you can see that my name is different on it because Google had this thing. Because on Google they call me Nerdvana, not Nerdvana. So I just had them change it for both YouTube and Google. It's because it seemed easier for me. So my name will be a little different, I think. It's the way it showed up on my YouTube channel before, after I changed it. This piece is sticking to itself. Fuck you! So, yeah, this is going to be one kind of a good summer. You get to go swimming a whole lot and all that. And then basically, if you know any balisong moves that you would like me to know, or tricks that you would like me to learn, you can comment them in the box and I'll try my best to learn them and all that. So, I can do a few of them. I'll show you what I can do. I made one up called the Sparrow's Eye. It's relatively easy, and because I couldn't find a name for it and there's no move that I know that looks like it, I decided to just make it up myself, call it the Sparrow's Eye, because it kind of is pretty cool. And I have a shout out to my friends, the Cave Story Awesomeness, I Heart Music 360, and iMac 9991. because they always comment on my videos, or at least a few of my videos, and they're good friends to me. And Nick Hooten. Nick Hooten's a pretty boss guy. They're all my great friends. Come on. Okay, so that's weird. So yeah, they're like great friends to me. I Heart Music 360, Nick Hooten, Cave Story Awesomeness, and iMac9991. They're great friends. You should check out their channels. I mean, they do some really good stuff on there. And they're great friends in real life. So, now back to the video. You have a taped up holder. And then basically you can just take your Sharpie and just draw on it, whatever. I'm going to write my name, Nerd Vanna. So, do my little design. Okay, N-E-R-D. Do the design for the V. A-N-N-A. So, and then the new sign is dot, dot, dash, dot, dot. Like this. So, you have N